Amelia, you got your outfit figured out for your sister's wedding tomorrow?
Of course. I picked out a dress to wear.
A dress, huh? Yeah, that's a safe choice. I went ahead and got a whole new suit for the occasion.
A suit? Isn't that going a little overboard?
Hey, it's a wedding. Gotta look sharp, you know.
I guess so.
Speaking of which, maybe you should try being a little more feminine for once.
More feminine? What's that supposed to mean?
You know, glam it up a bit. Do your makeup, fix your hair.
It's just my sister's wedding, though. I don't need to go overboard.
Yes, you do. Don't forget you're a woman for once.
Why are you making such a big deal out of this?
Because I don't want you embarrassing me by looking like a slob. It's your sister's big day, so put in some effort.
Wow, way to be blunt about it. So you're saying I've been looking bad lately?
Yeah, you've really been letting yourself go. Step it up for once. This is your sister's wedding.
Okay, I'll try. Don't get your hopes up, though.
No, I mean it.
Okay.
You really know what you're doing?
I know what I'm doing. Don't worry. I'll do it.
I hope so. I know you don't have that much fashion sense, though.
Okay, I'll get ready for tomorrow.
I want to say, I expect a little more from you. Have you been watching any makeup tutorial videos lately? Maybe take some inspiration from those.
You're really not letting this go, are you? I'll think about it.
Don't just think about it. Actually do it. If you show up looking frumpy tomorrow, it's gonna be embarrassing for me too.
I got it already. Gosh, why do you care so much?
Because I'm expecting you to put in some real effort here. But I'm honestly not sure you're capable of that.
Yeah, whatever you say.
Just please, try not to embarrass me tomorrow, okay? If you look like a mess, people are gonna be clowning me too.
I don't even know what you're going on about anymore. What's going on here? I'm totally lost.
What do you mean?
Your texts yesterday were acting kinda weird too. Just spit it out already.
Let's stay calm here.
Calm? How can I be calm? An explanation would be nice.
An explanation, huh?
Why are you wearing a tuxedo? It's my sister's wedding, right? I was shocked when you, the groom, walked into the chapel. More surprise than anger.
Ah, if you could just understand the situation as you see it, that would settle things.
Speak up.
All right. Since you don't want me beating around the bush, I'll just say it. I'm marrying your sister.
What did you just say?
I've been keeping this a secret. We're getting divorced. Our relationship is over.
Wait, what? How long has this been going on?
About 6 months ago, probably. Ella was working part-time at my favorite pub. When she took my order, she said, "Excuse me, are you my sister's husband?" That little head tilt and smile when she asked, it got me.
I see. So you're saying I was played then?
What?
You're so caught up in the infatuation, anything I say is pointless. Let me re-explain why I haven't been home in 5 years.
What the hell?
Ella has this tendency to take things and people from me, like it's a hobby. Our parents just spoiled her. I had to get away from that toxic environment, so I left home. When we got married, I told you my family didn't need to be involved and explain the reasons. So in the end, you also got caught up with my thieving little sister's games. Is that it?
No way. You may see it like that, but it doesn't change how much we love each other enough to marry.
Love each other? Don't be ridiculous. Ella just lures people in and takes them. That's all. You've fallen victim to her tricks too.
Saying you don't wish for your own sister's happiness, that's messed up.
Though marrying her sister before divorcing your wife is pretty messed up too.
What did you say?
I actually didn't want to attend this wedding, you know?
Then why did you come?
Never mind. I'm leaving.
Hey. The reception is about to start.
You think this can just continue?
Huh?
You lied about us being divorced, only inviting your own friends. But you also invited our mutual friends, so of course they'd realize the groom is already married when they showed up.
Mutual friends? We had those?
Yes, we did. I won't name names, but when the curtain dropped, the bride was revealed to be your wife's sister. So the bride's side reacted similarly, realizing the groom is their sister's husband. How unbelievable! Most are already starting to leave in outrage.
What?
You can try having a reception in this mess if you want. But be aware, the public will be looking at you in disgust.
But we were supposed to be the celebrated newlyweds today.
Then we'll discuss compensation for damages another day.
Compensation?
And don't come home. I don't want to see your face or live under the same roof.
Wait a minute. You're so unforgiving. So unable to wish for our happiness.
This has nothing to do with forgiveness. You need to understand you've disgraced yourself as a person.
I can't believe this. You really feel that way?
I'm leaving. Further communication will be through my lawyer only.
Hey, wait a minute.
I have nothing more to say to you. Goodbye.
Damn, I never thought it would turn out like this.
Sis, what the hell are you doing? Trying to ruin my wedding? Huh? You have the nerve to say that after stealing my husband? You're the worst. I don't even want to call you my sister anymore. Don't even call me that. Get everyone back here right now. Huh? Why are you telling me this? If you want to do something, do it yourself. This is your responsibility. What were you thinking? Ruining the wedding just because you were upset that Mason was taken from you? I didn't do anything. I just left because I didn't see a point in being there. I'm not responsible for how others act, and I have no obligation to stop them. Get them back yourself if you want. Come back here! Amelia! Love only burns brighter when it's obstructed. You think I'd give up so easily? Hey, at least read my texts. Respond already, sis. You have no right to call me sis anymore. Don't casually message me. Even if you ruined the wedding, my marriage to Mason won't be stopped. Hurry up and get divorced already. I'll file the marriage certificate and have his parents accept me as his wife. His parents? You know where they are? What are you talking about? Aren't you currently living together with them? That couple in their 60s are his parents, right? I want to introduce myself, but you're squatting at his house. Can you please get the hell out already? Get out already? Wait, did you mistake them for my adoptive parents? Adoptive? After I left home, I was adopted by a childless distant relative couple. Didn't Dad and Mom tell you? No, they didn't mention that. Wait a sec. Then that mansion Mason was living in? was my adoptive father's. What about Mason's parents? I've actually never met them either. Apparently, they divorced when he was in college and now have separate families. It's been 10 years since he last contacted them, so he doesn't even know their addresses. What? So, for the marriage introductions, because of my family situation, just meeting my adoptive parents was enough. Seriously? So, you just assumed my adoptive parents were Mason's real ones and never confirmed it with him? He just told me that he couldn't let me meet them under the current circumstances. Well, any lack of explanation or confirmation is on your end. I'm staying out of it. What do you want? I think you wanted that mansion more than Mason. Well, it's not fair you're the only one living in that huge mansion. So by taking your husband, I'd become the lady of that mansion too. And the surname, I specifically checked the nameplate. It was definitely Mason's surname displayed. But he took on my surname. What? That's because I changed my surname first when I was adopted. So Mason and I both use my adoptive father's surname now. That explains the nameplate. What? How was I supposed to know that? Why didn't you tell me sooner? I thought Mom and Dad told you about the adoption. Then again, you never properly listened when I speak, do you? You even went around joking that I got kicked out after leaving home. You can't blame me or make fun of me in that situation. Oh, that's right. Then let me take your adoption in exchange. I'll give Mason back then. Huh? Hey, it's a good idea, right? No way. That's not a fair trade at all. Why not? I'm offering to return your beloved husband. Isn't that amazing for you? You think I still have feelings for that cheating bastard after the disaster of that wedding? What? I have no feelings for him anymore. Is that so? I'm surprised you're surprised about that. Then, what do I have to give you to get you to give me the adoption? Nothing. That's not fair. You're being so unfair. All right, Ella. To qualify for my adoption, can you master 6 languages within 1 year from now? Huh? And get various national certifications? You'd also need to learn to work at my father's company. What's that? Why? The adoption is to eventually take over my father's company in a year. Those are requirements. That's insane. Then give it up. Then I'll have to pursue compensation from you instead. Compensation? For what? You can't just steal someone's husband and expect to get away with it. Infidelity isn't something you can simply take and discard anymore. Taking money from your own sister? Sister or not, I can rightfully claim compensation as the spouse who was cheated on. Bullshit! Pay up properly and then disappear from my life, forever. This wasn't how it was supposed to go. What do I do now? You have to face the consequences of your own actions. Please, sis, do something. It's too late, Ella. The bonds of our family are what you destroyed. Reflect on what you did and reevaluate your life. Our relationship can never go back. Oh no!
Amelia, there's no way I can pay you that amount. You knew what you were doing when you pulled this, didn't you? What the hell is going on? There's no way you're extorting money from me like this. First off, $70,000 is the total amount demanded. That's way more than the typical amount, right? We're already in a situation where I couldn't recover the wedding costs from the monetary gifts received. And now, Another $70,000 on top of that?
You went and used our joint savings without my permission to pay for the wedding expenses, didn't you?
What?
You even dipped into my personal savings from when I was single? How did you crack the password? But you definitely helped yourself, right?
So you're asking me to return that money?
Plus the compensation amount. It comes to a total of $70,000, yes.
I don't have that kind of money.
Don't you realize you took funds you had no right to use? It's only natural I demand you return money that was taken without my consent. You have no right to argue with me on this.
Well, I don't know why I can't get in touch with your sister anymore. And there's that compensation. What the hell? Why is this happening to me? How did I get into this mess?
It's time to start facing reality. I've left the future in the hands of my lawyer. Please go through the lawyer on my business card if you have anything to say.
You're abandoning me?
I don't follow your reasoning at all. Goodbye, then.
Wait, this divorce is coming out of nowhere. Wait, Amelia, let's discuss this again.
There's nothing more to discuss. Your actions ruined everything.
But how can I possibly pay back $70,000? That's an insane amount.
Figuring that out is your problem. I have no intention of helping you anymore.
But I have nothing left now.
This is reality. Ella ran off and your little scheme completely failed.
I don't know how it happened.
Do you know what "you reap what you sow" means? This is the consequence you brought upon yourself.
Please, Amelia, can't you help me out even a little?
Help you? Don't joke. After you betrayed me and stole money, you get no sympathy from me.
Why are you being so cold? Weren't we husband and wife?
Husband and wife? Remember what you did to me? It wasn't just about the money. You crushed my heart too.
But I have nothing now.
I don't want to hear your whining. You have to face the consequences of your own actions.
But $70,000? How do I even pay that back?
I don't know. Just do whatever my lawyer says, I suppose.
No way.
Though I can't imagine anyone trusting you anymore after this.
Please, isn't there anything you can do?
No, there's nothing I can do. Figure it out yourself.
Help me. You're all I have left.
It's too late. Walk the path you chose for yourself.
But why? Why did this happen?
It happened because you destroyed everything. I'm starting a new life, so I'm done concerning myself with you.
Please, just one more chance.
A chance? I gave you plenty of chances that you squandered time and again.
I'm begging you.
Goodbye, Mason. Don't show your face to me again.
Wait, don't abandon me like this. That's too cruel.
Abandon you? That's your selfish perspective. You betrayed us, so I'm simply accepting the result.
But I can't pay back $70,000. What do I do?
You're so persistent. Figuring that out is your responsibility, not mine.
Please help. I have nothing left.
Nothing left? That's the path you chose. It has nothing more to do with me.
Please, just one more chance.
It's over. Do whatever you want. I don't care about you anymore. From now on, be accountable for your actions.
I've lost everything. Please help me. I don't know what to do anymore.
Oh, God. Think for yourself.
No.
Then goodbye. Don't show your face to me ever again.
Amelia, please. Take me back.
Take you back? Don't make me laugh. That'll never happen.
I can't believe we're divorcing like this.
This is the end. Goodbye. As for what happened after, when Ella found out about the $70,000 debt, she didn't take any responsibility. Instead, she abandoned Mason and disappeared without a trace. Her whereabouts still unknown to this day. Ella's reckless thinking landed her in an awful situation. Mason was left with just the debt at its wit's end. He lost his job, his credibility. Even all his friends left him. He was hounded by debt collectors every day until he eventually had to go on welfare assistance and file for bankruptcy. He apparently lives a lonely life in a small apartment. It's the consequence he brought upon himself through his own actions. With the help of a lawyer, I was able to successfully recover the compensatory damages from Ella and Mason. That money has helped fund my new life. Thanks to the backing of my adoptive parents, I was finally able to start the business I always dreamed of, and it's been running smoothly. I even took over my father's company and have been able to further expand the business operations. These past few years, I've really established myself as a hardworking career woman.
Hey, Isabella. I just heard from my husband that it looks like it's finally growing. Yeah, that's right. But maybe a different choice of words? Oh, sorry about that. I'm just concerned, you know. You're not getting any younger. How are you feeling?
The stable period has passed quite a bit. It's been 6 months, and both the health and growth are going smoothly.
Well, congratulations. After 6 months, things might be more settled, huh? And since you like kids, you must be excited, right?
Yeah, I'm excited. But I'm also a bit worried if I'll be a good mom.
I get it. I've had 4. But aiming to be a good mom can be tiring. So it's good to take it easy.
Thank you. First, I hope for a safe delivery.
That's right. My kids get a cousin to play with next time. Why did you leave the barbecue party early today?
Oh, well, I got a bit tired and my stomach started to feel bloated.
You're tired? You weren't even doing anything. It's our in-laws' party. Everyone was being nice to you just because you're pregnant. Meanwhile, everyone keeps asking me to do things myself. I'm the one who should be tired.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Is there anything I can do for you?
Oh, well, you left without saying anything. My youngest was still asleep when you left, right? It was tough when she woke up and you weren't there.
Huh?
You promised her something, right?
Oh yeah, I told her we're gonna go play next time.
Yeah, she thought you were gonna play with her today, so she was crying.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean today.
It's not okay to plan like that. You're going to be a mom soon, right? Being a mom will make you realize how important it is to keep promises with children. It's not just about rules. It's about teaching them the value of keeping their word. How can you expect them to keep their promises if you don't keep yours?
You're right. I apologize about that. I'll be careful next time.
Please do. You should worry.
What?
You're about to have your own child, so you better fix that.
I think I'll be fine. I have been doing my own research about parenting.
Don't be shy to ask me about parenting. Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, thank you. I feel better now.
I'm sorry you have to go to my parents by yourself.
It's okay. I started feeling uncomfortable in my stomach while watching the kids, so I got worried and decided to head home.
Did she ask you to babysit again? I already told my brother about that.
It was just Emma too. Your brother didn't come.
Really? I'm sorry.
Well, there weren't many adults around, so I had no choice. But what's more concerning is that Emma started talking about helping me get ready to be a mom.
What? She's not a bad person, I guess. It's just the way she talks to people is kinda off. But let me know if there's anything I can help with.
Thank you. Have a good day at work.
I'll work hard for you and our baby.
Good morning. Are you up? Are you being lazy because you're pregnant? Good morning. I'm up and making breakfast. What's up with you this early?
Wow. Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine.
So, you're about to have your baby, huh? Are you excited?
I am. I've been preparing everything and enjoying my maternity life.
You've always wanted a baby, right?
Becoming a mother has always been my dream. Well, I love kids.
When our family gets together, you always look after my kids. You're really good with kids. I wonder how you can manage to play for a while. Don't you think it's tiring?
Well, I guess I know how to play with them. I'm the eldest among my siblings, too.
You're good at babysitting. Also, I came up with a good idea to help you prepare to be a mom.
What is it?
Can you watch my kids today? We need to go out suddenly. We wish we could take them, but it's not a place they can come with us.
I want to help, but taking care of 4 kids, especially with my condition, might be tough. What about your mother-in-law or someone else?
Even if you're in your last month of pregnancy, you can still babysit, right? But mother-in-law has a hospital appointment today. She's been feeling tired lately, so she might not be up for it. She's been turning me down lately.
I'm just concerned. With this big belly, it's not easy to move quickly if something happens.
Don't worry. My kids are girls. They're not like boys running around causing chaos, so you can relax. They won't be a burden for you being pregnant.
I don't know.
My kids are well-behaved and understanding. And being pregnant doesn't mean you can't handle them. If you keep saying you can't manage, having another child might just stay a dream. This could be a good practice for you, you know? And I could use a break once in a while too. See? I'm being reasonable, right?
I guess. Fine then.
Yay! Thank you!
What time are you planning to come home?
I'll be home by 7 p.m.
Oh, can't you come back home sooner?
And make sure they have their dinner too. Giving them a bath would be helpful too.
Huh? Bath time too? I'm a bit worried about the bath, to be honest.
Oh? The older ones can bathe themselves, and the little one doesn't need to be held, so it's okay.
Where's your husband?
My husband's been swamped with work lately, so he's been getting home really late, usually after 11:30 p.m. So I've been doing everything by myself. Watching over all 4 of them, you know? All 4 of them.
I see.
Thanks to that, I don't get any time for myself at all. It's not just about errands. I just need a little time for myself too.
That must be tough.
Yeah, you know how it is. Taking care of someone else's kids is easy. But when they're your own, it's really a handful. Experiencing it before having your own is a good thing, don't you think? And hey, since you'll have kids someday too, let's help each other out, okay?
Help each other out, huh? Please come back home as soon as you can.
Wait, what's going on? I opened the door and your kids were standing there. I forgot they don't have school today.
But since I had plans, I just dropped them off. Are you serious? I just watched them the other day. Well, I've been really busy lately. I can't cancel my plans, so can you please watch them? At least let me know in advance. What if something happens? I'm sorry. You're so kind worrying about the kids. This is just too much. You're just resting until the baby comes, right? You're not planning to go out with that big belly, are you? I'll be at home, but there's a lot to prepare for the birth. It's not like it's a big plan anyway. Please don't jump to conclusions. So tell me, what plans did you have? My friend was supposed to come visit today, but I had to cancel it because of you. See? It's not even that important. It is for me. I haven't seen my friends since they moved away after getting married. They're coming back home today, so meeting them is a big deal for me. It's not really up to someone else to decide if it's important or not. You're the one asking for a favor. Why are you acting like that? Why is it such a big deal to meet your friend? What if something happens while you're out? Moms get criticized for wanting just one day off. I didn't mean to complain. I was just saying it's inconvenient for me today. That's how it goes. A mom's schedule is all about the kids' health and plans. You can't think that you're spoiled or else it's going to mess with your head. Today was a practice in having to change plans when necessary, right? I understand, but there's no need to be aggressive about it. I just wanted to talk to my friends in person. Isn't FaceTime enough for that? Family is more important than friends. Don't you like my kids? I do like them, but your kids are a little out of hand. It's just too much for me. But my kids don't run around or cause trouble, you know? They might not run wild, but they do sneaky stuff like hiding in the bathroom and locking the door, or raiding the fridge without asking. They tend to do risky things like that, so I have to keep a close eye on them and constantly chase after them. They're just playing around. It's not cute at all. If things go wrong, it could lead to a serious accident. No matter how many times I try to stop them, they keep repeating the same things. It's really tough because your kids never listen. Oh, come on. They're kids. We just have to patiently teach them. That's just how parenting goes. It's not that. You'll become a mother too, so learn the challenges of parenting. Taking care of my daughters should be a learning experience for you. I can start learning that once the baby is born. Right now, it's an important time, so resting is also necessary. Was there something wrong? It's not that. Then I don't see the problem. You have to move your body at least. It'll be a good exercise to watch the kids. Isabella, please watch the kids today too. Having a babysitter is a huge help. Guess what? I brought some snacks today too. From that shop you liked before, remember? So you watch them, right? What? I'm at the hospital right now. What? I'm in the hospital now, so I can't. Since when? I've been here since last night. I had a stomach ache and rushed to the hospital and ended up being admitted. But it's not your due date yet, right? Right now, we're still waiting to see if the baby will arrive. But there were a lot of things I couldn't do at home to rest, so I decided to stay in the hospital. It might be because of stress and fatigue. I got tired from being asked to take care of the kids. Whoa, that's kind of rude. Wait, does that mean there's nobody at home right now? Seriously? No one is home. My husband's off to work. He'll leave work early to come here. No one is going to be there, so nobody's going to look after your kids. Are you kidding me? What am I going to do then? Huh? What do you mean? I dropped off the kids at your house earlier. What? You're kidding, right? I'm serious. I thought you can watch them again today. How could you leave them without making sure anyone was there? Especially when there are little ones around. Are you out of your mind? I didn't mention it earlier because I thought you might say no. Since it worked out last time, I figured I'd just go ahead and do it today. Hurry back home. With 4 kids around, especially the little ones, it's not safe out there. You don't have to tell me. I'm turning back around. I'll also contact your husband just in case, so hurry up. There's no need to do that. I'll find them. Are the kids okay? Did you find all of them? The youngest one isn't there. Since you didn't come around, they assumed you were in the yard. But then they realized she was missing. They were just about to start looking when I came. What? Where could she be? I've looked around and asked the neighbors, but no one has seen her. She seems to be enjoying walking so much that she wanders off. Remember when she almost got hit by a car the other day? Do you have any idea where she might be? There's a park nearby, so I took her there the other day because she was being too loud. But it's quite far for her, you know? I think it's the park I saw earlier. With a big slide, right? She wasn't there. Any other places nearby where kids might go? Maybe the kindergarten nearby? We've peeked in there during walks before. The kindergarten. I'll look there. I've already let your husband know that we couldn't find the child. He's worried, so he's leaving work early to come your way. And I'll also inform the police, so don't worry. Police? Why would you do something like that? It's not that serious. But isn't that what we should do? Since the child is missing, we need to find them quickly, so the more hands the better, right? Or is there something else bothering you? Isn't the child the most important thing? But I don't want to make a big deal out of it. It's just a lost child, so reporting it is unnecessary exaggeration. Don't you think it's already a serious situation? Can you handle the responsibility if something happens to the kids? It's better to get help from the police to find them quickly. In this world, not everyone is good, right? There's no need to involve the police. I can find her myself. But you still haven't found her. Just tell me more places around where kids might go. Where do you think she went? You were supposed to be looking after them, so you should know, right? Even if you say so, if you claim you can find her yourself, then don't rely on me. Whatever, just help me. This town has marshes and rivers, you know? Maybe she went there? I'm even more worried because it's raining today. Marshes? Why is there something dangerous like that nearby? This town is known for its abundant nature. Marshes and rivers aren't too far off, though it's a bit of a hike. But seriously, kids trekking there on their own? Sounds a bit wild, doesn't it? I shouldn't have left them in a place like this in the first place. And seriously, why aren't you home at such times like this? Talk about bad timing. Don't try to shift the blame onto me. It's your fault, isn't it? Deep down, you know it too. Leaving the kids behind was just irresponsible. Shut up! Who do you think you are to talk to me like that? The problem is that you kept dumping babysitting duties on me, right? I said no, but you insisted and left them with me anyway. That's why things turned out like this, because you made it seem like it was okay to do it. I thought it would be a good learning experience for you. It's like a practice session for parenting, right? I didn't ask for any of that, and I said no, didn't I? Just admit that you used me. Stop blaming me. This isn't the time for that. I need to find my kid right now. Where are you? Shut up. If you're not going to help and just blame me, save it for later. I've been running around searching this whole time. I care about my kids too. What if something happens to her? I just got a call from your husband saying he found her. He couldn't reach you, so he asked me to contact you. Really? Is she okay? Where was she? Apparently, she was in the marsh. She said she heard there's some legendary creature living there. What? She went there? It turns out there was a watch patrol passing by at just the right time. Talk about perfect timing. Huh? What do you mean? She was trying to climb over the fence. She said she saw something. Maybe just a reflection or something. It's kind of weird, considering there aren't any creatures there. Is it deep? It's not just deep. It's the kind of marsh where you sink in if you step into it. Well, can't you tell just by looking how dangerous it is? How old do you think your kid is? She's only 3. How can she tell? You're clearly in the wrong for leaving them alone. And by the way, your husband is really mad. He's not okay with the kids being in danger. You might want to start getting ready for a breakup. He's mad? Yeah, he's totally blown his fuse. He's going off about raising the kids on his own from now on. He's saying he doesn't need a mother like you. He's really going to cut me off? Just because of one mistake? One mistake, huh? Seems like your husband's fixated on why the kids end up in danger this time around. Why? You never told him you were leaving them with me, did you? Well, he seemed to have noticed and was trying to find out why you were leaving them. Huh? What do you mean? You love being on social media, right? Have you seen it on your page? I've been busy looking for her. I don't have time for that. Somebody was taking a video of your kid getting rescued. And because it was already a marsh rumored to have a legendary creature, it's blowing up on social media. What? So you're saying everyone knows that she went missing? Seems like there are comments asking what the mother was doing. No way! Everyone is criticizing me? Well, it seems like they're not exposing your account or anything. Weren't you making contents about a big family or something? Well, even though you can't see who's behind it online, your relatives are the ones criticizing you the most. And there's one big point everyone's curious about. Where were you when you were supposed to be looking after the kids? That doesn't matter right now. Yes, it does. That's the reason why your husband is mad. Is it something you can't explain? Are you having an affair or something? That's not funny. Why would I do that? Stop making things up. I won't do such a thing. Then why didn't you tell your husband about your plans? You don't have the right to tell me anything about helping me out. You just dumped your responsibility to me for your own sake. You even told your kids not to tell their dad about you going out, right? It's complicated when you have kids. Your kids are scared about what happened. They told their dad about those days you were leaving them. Everything? I don't care what you do, but involving your children is just wrong. You've been sneaking around because you're doing something wrong, right? I wasn't cheating. I won't do anything like that. Then who's the uncle your kids are talking about? I think you should tell the truth. It's not cheating, but I was meeting up with someone. Someone? Is it a man? Yes, but nothing happened between us. He was just one of my followers. It wasn't something like cheating. A follower? I never went out with him like that. We just hang out at a cafe and chat about my content. He's an aspiring video editor, and I'm just trying to support him. So I treat him to meals and buy stuff to help him out. Did you always pay for everything? Yeah. So you were going out there being a sugar mommy. But if there's no physical intimacy, it's not considered cheating, right? That's okay, isn't it? Everyone has their own definition of cheating, And some people wouldn't forgive even just going to hang out. Plus, wasn't that money your husband earned? Even the nicest husband wouldn't let that slide, right? You just made everything worse. How much did you use on this guy? About $1,000? Are you sure that's it? I'm sure he's going to check the bank statement and everything. I'm sorry, it's actually $40,000. Whoa! What the hell, Emma? Are you out of your mind? Can you do me a favor? If my husband accuses me, will you stand up for me? For what? Why would I do that for you? We're both moms, aren't we? Come on, have my back. You would understand if you've looked after my kids, right? Taking care of all of them alone is tough. I needed a break. Wanted a bit of freedom, you know? No way. You hurt your own children. You're mad about me dumping the kids on you, huh? I'm sorry about that. Now you can take all the breaks you need, huh? Lucky you. The kids were getting on your nerves, right? I didn't mean it that way. You'll have plenty of free time now. After all, you'll be living alone from now on and working all by yourself. Sure enough, my sister-in-law and her husband ended up divorcing. My husband's brother thought that he can't trust her with his kids after what happened. She used all of their savings for the kids. He ended up getting custody of the kids and moving back to the family home. He felt bad for leaving all the work on her, but what she did was unforgivable. He asked for a transfer to a different department so he can work from home. His parents are helping him out with the kids. Now that my baby's a bit older, I try to visit my in-laws more often since we live nearby. All 4 girls are a handful, but with me having a daughter too, they take care of her like she's a little princess, which is really sweet. On the other hand, Emma got nothing from the divorce and ended up in jail for neglecting her kids. After the divorce, it seems the guy in question bailed on her too. It seems like he didn't want nothing to do with the trouble. She tried to get compensation for emotional distress, but the guy turned the tables and accused her of stalking. He claimed she gave him money for no reason. Emma ended up with nothing, which made her depressed. Even though she started working to survive, she couldn't manage many days. She ended up in debt. My sister-in-law lost everything, her family, money, and even her mental health. It's a sad ending, all because of her choices. Maybe one day I'll understand how she felt raising my own, but I doubt I'll ever understand her actions. I'll just focus on protecting my husband's and this innocent little baby's smile.
Hey, Lauren. You've been slacking on your cleaning lately, haven't you?
Hello, Carenza. I don't think I'm slacking on cleaning.
You missed the dust in the corner of the living room. You have to clean every corner properly.
Yes, sorry. I'll be careful.
And you seem to be slacking on the cooking as well.
What?
John said the food is a little bland.
Did he really say that? He always says it tastes good.
That's because he doesn't want to hurt your feelings. Can't you understand that?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be more creative.
Besides, the way you fold the laundry is messy. And I wonder if you ironed them properly. The other day, John's shirt was wrinkled.
What? Really? I thought I ironed them.
Really? Then shouldn't you be able to do a little better? I wonder if you're fulfilling your duties as a wife.
Thank you for pointing that out. I will try harder from now on.
And then...
Is there something else?
Of course there is. And I don't want to point it out either, but it's because you haven't done your duty as a wife, isn't it?
How can you talk to me like that? Let me ask you this. Are you doing the grocery shopping? John said he sometimes goes shopping these days. I've been feeling a little sick these days, so I've been asking him to do some chores. I'll be careful from now on. You're just being spoiled by John's kindness. If you're his wife, you shouldn't neglect your chores even a little. I'm sorry for worrying you. You're only recognized as a wife when you do your chores perfectly. You still need to work harder. You got that? Yes, I will work harder. Besides, you should try to save more money. You said the electricity bill is high these days. Isn't it because you're wasting electricity? I don't think so, but I'll be more careful. As a wife, you have to manage the family finances well. Don't waste the money that John earns. And you should be a little more careful about your appearance. Don't embarrass John like that. Yes, I understand. And be more sociable at family gatherings. Everyone is concerned about your attitude. Oh, okay. I thought I was being normal, but I will be more careful from now on. Really, Lauren? You still have a lot to improve. I'll be keeping a close eye on you, so make sure you do it right. Yes, Carenza. Thank you for your guidance. Lauren, are you all right? You're still as weak as ever. If you don't exercise more, you won't be able to fulfill your duties as a wife. I keep telling you, but you just don't get it. What on earth do you think you're doing as a housewife? Hi, Carenza. It's been a while. I heard you were in the hospital. Yes, I'm in the hospital. I was so surprised when I heard from John. I'm sorry for the trouble I caused you. So, you'll be discharged tomorrow, right? Tomorrow? Did you forget? We have guests coming tomorrow. I told you to come here first thing in the morning and prepare for it, didn't I? And before that, I'll need you to clean the room where everyone will be gathering and the entrance. I'm sorry. I'm afraid that's not possible tomorrow. What? Not only you're suddenly in the hospital, but you can't even fulfill your duties as a wife. Why did John choose such a useless wife? No, I mean, this hospitalization is... Shut up! You're in the hospital because you're sick, right? Sick means weak. It's going to be hard to have an heir to our family with you like this. I don't want a wife who has to be hospitalized just because I'm hard on you a little. No, what I'm trying to say is, don't talk back to me. You can't have children, so stay in the hospital for the rest of your life. If you ask me, you've been pushing John to do the housework lately because of your poor health. I'm not pushing him. I often see him shopping at the supermarket on his way home from work. I can't believe you let him go shopping at the supermarket in his suit. It must have hurt his pride as a man. And haven't you gained some weight lately? It's a sign that you've been lazy and pushing your husband to do the housework. Oh, poor John. It's not like that. I'm going to ask you for a divorce. What? As soon as you get out of the hospital, we'll start talking about divorce right away. That's too sudden. How can a weak, useless wife give birth to a decent child? I will find him a healthier and more energetic wife. Oh no. I have nothing more to say to you. After the divorce, you will never again enter our house. By the way, your housekeeping skills haven't improved at all. I'm really disgusted with you. Hey, Lauren, where are you? I just came to your hospital room, but there's no one there. And the bed is all cleaned up. Did I do something wrong? No, you didn't. I'm sorry, John. I had my father pick me up.
Oh, he did?
I'm at my parents' house now.
Well, I didn't know you're going back there after you get out of the hospital. Is something wrong? Is it my mom again? Can you tell me what's going on?
On my first day in the hospital, I got a text from your mother. She said she doesn't want a weak, useless wife and that we are getting a divorce.
What? What do you mean by weak? You had no choice but to be in the hospital this time.
I tried to explain that I was pregnant, but she seemed to think that I just got fat and lazy. As she was rambling on and on, she kept saying unreasonable things to me, one after the other. I stopped talking to her.
Oh, well, I think that's good. If we told her, she'd probably get annoyed in a different way. I think it's a good time for you to go home and relax for a while. It's obvious that my mother is causing you a lot of stress. I'll feel safer in many ways if you stay there.
I'm sorry, I didn't discuss this with you beforehand. I was planning to come back until this morning, but my father suggested that I go home with him. I thought about the possibility that Carenza might find out about this, so I thought it would be better to tell you after I came here.
I see. I understand. I don't blame you if you couldn't tell me in advance. I'm sure Dad understands, so you can spend some time there.
Thank you, John. I really appreciate you being so understanding.
Of course. I'll do whatever I can for you and the baby.
Thanks. I'm happy to hear that.
But I think you were right to do so.
Huh? Why?
Mom has been staying at our house since you were hospitalized.
Really?
Under the current circumstances, it's not a good idea for Mom to see you. She said, I'll take care of the housework until Lauren gets better. I was worried that she might do something when I wasn't home. But then, here it is. Your father made the right call.
Well, that's good.
Let's not tell her that you were pregnant. Let her think that you just got fat or whatever. I'll take care of the rest. You get some rest now.
Thank you.
Hey, what a wife you are. I'm so surprised. I don't even have a word to describe. Do you really enjoy making fun of me so much? I've never heard a woman to give birth without telling her mother-in-law. Hey, are you reading this? I heard you gave birth to my grandchild. And it's a boy. That's great. But you didn't tell me about it. I can't believe you were pregnant. Do you think you can get away with this?
I just gave birth to a boy, but you'll never see him.
What? What are you talking about? I suggested, John, that you two get a divorce, but he just said no. I couldn't say anything more to him because he immediately became so grumpy. Now that I think about it, you had to go back to your parents to give birth. If it were true, you should have given birth here instead of going back to your parents' house. Well, you gave birth to a boy who will be the heir to the family. I'll let you off the hook for this one time. So, when are you coming back here? I think it will be about a month after the birth. We're going to show him to our relatives and neighbors, so come back as soon as you can.
So, I told you, didn't I? I gave birth to a boy, but I won't let you see him. I'm not going back there.
What are you talking about? You are my daughter-in-law. I can't allow you to stay at your parents' house so easily. You have a lot of negative points as a weak and useless wife. You need to make up for that by serving your family.
Weak, useless wife? I'm in good health, and that was the first time in my life that I was hospitalized.
Oh, well, then why were you rushed to the hospital? If you weren't weak, it wouldn't have happened, would it?
I was suffering from morning sickness.
Morning sickness?
I could barely stand up, so the doctor recommended that I be hospitalized.
You were hospitalized at the gynecology clinic?
Yes, I was.
Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't feel like telling you.
Huh?
I was going to tell you about the pregnancy when I was in the stable period. John and I thought we should tell you, even though it's earlier than we planned. But before I could tell you, I received an angry text from you calling me a weak, useless wife.
Oh.
When I tried to explain to you why I was in the hospital, you interrupted me, telling me to shut up and don't talk back. You went on, complaining about me, and I got scared. If I had a baby girl, I was afraid of what you might do to the baby while I was pregnant. So I decided to go to my parents' house and keep quiet until the baby was born safely.
Oh, I see. Well, it turned out to be a boy after all. Let's just say the outcome was all right, and let's forget about the past.
Huh?
So, when are you coming back? I can't wait to see the face of my grandson.
Do you think it's that simple? I'm leaving.
Wait, Lauren. Wait a minute.
No, that's enough. I hope you understand how much you have hurt me.
Don't say such a thing. It's for the sake of the air.
I will not allow you to treat me and my child like tools for the sake of the air, unless you have our happiness in mind.
But there is such a thing as family tradition.
Traditions are important, but our happiness comes first. I hope you understand that.
I understand.
From now on, I will put John, myself, and our child first in my life. I'll ask you to keep your distance from us.
Oh, no.
Excuse me. I have nothing further to say.
Hey, John. What's going on? I was just texting with Lauren. She says things that I don't understand. That girl must have lost her mind. I know that text. I was watching it with Lauren. Oh, are you with her right now? Yes, I am. I mean, I moved to her place.
What?
I'll get right to the point.
The point?
I honestly don't care about your family's heir.
What?
My first priority is to protect my family, Lauren and my son. I'm going to break off the relationship with you, who bullies my wife.
Break off the relationship?
And of course, I won't let you see my son.
Oh no! That grandchild is my family's heir. So are you.
You think you're allowed to do this? Dad gave me permission, so it's okay, right?
What?
You know what? What about the heir? You're the only one who talks about old-fashioned things like that. I mean, we're just an ordinary family.
But...
Well, that's that. Don't get involved with us anymore.
Wait, John. Wait a minute. That's not very nice.
I've made up my mind. It won't change unless you're sorry.
Sorry for what?
First of all, you need to change your attitude toward Lauren. I want you to sincerely apologize for what you've done to her.
Apologize?
That's right. I don't want you to just apologize. I want you to show her you're sorry by your actions.
But I just can't accept it.
Mom, let's stop being bound by your old values.
Wait a minute. Don't tell me you're going to cut me off.
I am cutting you off. In order to protect Lauren and my son, we need some distance from you.
Oh no!
Well then, I'll leave you now.
Wait, John! Lauren, help me! I need your help! What is it? I don't want John to break off the relationship with me. I want to see my grandchild. Can you please come back here? Back? What are you talking about? I'm so sorry. I was wrong. Please forgive me, Lauren. Please come back with John and my grandchild. Carenza, what are you saying now? How can you say such a thing after you have done so many terrible things to me? I'm sorry about that. I will change my attitude from now on, please. Considering what you have said and done, I just can't trust you. I can't bear the thought of my son cutting me off from his life. I want to see my grandson too. I cannot let you see my child even if you want to see him. I won't let you ruin our lives. I won't do that. No, I've already made my decision. Our happiness comes first, so I will keep my distance from you. I have nothing more to say to you, so if you'll excuse me. Lauren, wait! Listen to me. I'm really sorry. But it was all for the family, for the heir. Even if it was for the sake of the family, it was too much. I haven't forgotten what you said to me that time, when I was pregnant, that I was lazy and fat. I'm so sorry. I said those things at the time and I regret it. But I didn't know anything. Huh? You didn't even try to listen to me. Do you know how much stress you have put me through? I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. You didn't believe me when I told you I wasn't feeling well, and you forced me to do housework. It was really hard for me. I'm sorry for that too. From now on, I will never do the same thing again. It's too late. Please stay out of our lives. And if you are truly sorry, please show it by your actions. What do you want me to do? Please think about it yourself. If you are sorry, you would know, right? If you can't understand that, then you have no future. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have nothing more to say to you. Wait a minute, Lauren! A few months have passed since then. It seems that Lauren's life has completely changed. She doesn't interact with her family and neighbors as much as she used to. She spends more time alone. After we told her that we broke off the relationship with her that day, Lauren repeatedly sent me messages of apology. I never felt like responding to them. The past harassment and unreasonable demands had left a wound in my heart. After that, she gradually isolated herself from the rest of the family. Her friends became tired of her attitude and left her, and the house lost its former liveliness. My father-in-law also said that he began to feel distant from her. Recently, he told me that she often cries alone. He said that she can't bear the loneliness and is deeply sorry for her past behavior. It will still take time for her to regain our trust. Meanwhile, our family is back to a peaceful life and our son is growing up well. John is doing his best to balance work and family life, and we are living a happy life. From now on, I would like to put our own happiness first, believing that one day I will be able to meet Lauren again. Hey, Layla. It's been a long time. It's Grace. Do you remember me? Grace. We went to the same elementary school? Yes, that's right. That Grace who was always mean to me? Hey, do you have to mention that? Back then, I was just a child, so I just said whatever came to my mind. Huh? I heard you got married. I was so surprised, and I just had to text you. How did you know my account? Oh, I'm still in touch with a lot of people in my class. I got it from someone who knows your account. I see. So, what do you want? Do I need something to text you? I just thought it's been so long since we were in elementary school. Well, look, I'm really sorry, but if it's not urgent, I'll text you later. I'm a little busy right now. That's cold, Layla. I heard your husband is a handsome guy working for a big company. How did you know that? I just heard a rumor. I see. How could a daughter from a poor family like yours marry someone like that? You haven't changed at all since the old days, haven't you? Am I not allowed to get to know Ethan? It's not like that, but I didn't like that about you since we were little. It's just something you thought on your own, and I don't think it has anything to do with me, does it? You grew up in a bottom-class family, but you had good grades, and you even went to a famous national university. I didn't know what happened after that, but you joined a big company, didn't you? It's the same company as my husband. What? We met at work and started going out. Is that right? It doesn't make any sense. You were raised by a single mother, but you're smart and good at everything. And then you got a job at a big company and got married with someone from work? I was brought up in a better environment than you. Did you just text me to say that? I'm really busy right now. I have to go, sorry. Ethan, are you okay? I didn't expect your mother to pass away so soon. I know it's impossible not to be depressed, so please, take care of yourself.
I've put you through a lot of trouble, Layla. I'm sure Mom was happy that you took care of her till the end.
I hope so. Your mother wanted to see you so much. I only regret that I couldn't let her see you.
I know. I'm sorry that you had to go through this when you were so busy. I feel bad. So, about the funeral, it's gonna be a little late.
The wake is in 3 days and the funeral is the next day, right? Your father told me. The funeral home is busy, so there's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah, I know. I didn't think it would come to this. I think I'll go back to the office and finish my work.
What? Your mother just passed away. You should get someone else to take over your work. You don't have to go to work now, do you?
Well, I guess not. But my job seems to be in a bit of trouble. I can't just leave it like that.
That may be true, but can't you at least ask your boss for help at a time like this?
I don't think my boss can even handle it on my behalf, so I have to go. I'm going to try to get this done super quick so I can make it to the wake. I might have to stay overnight at the office tonight.
Huh? You should at least come home at night and stay with your father. He must be feeling a little overwhelmed.
I know, but it's better than having to stay at work too long, right? I don't want to go to my mom's funeral with work on my mind.
I see. Well, then go do your best to get the work done as soon as possible.
I will. Please take care of Dad while I'm gone.
Hey, Layla. Hi, Grace. Sorry, I can't really talk to you right now. Can we talk some other day? You said the same thing the other day, and you just ended on your own. I really can't do it today. I don't care what you say. Where do you think I am right now? I don't know. It's none of my business where you are. Don't keep texting me over and over again. It's early in the morning, you know. You're talking a lot of crap. I'm at a luxurious resort hotel. I've been staying here since yesterday. You can stay wherever you want. You don't have to report to me. Is that so? But I'm with Ethan. What are you talking about? He's at work. He's staying at the office. How could he possibly be with you? Besides, he doesn't even know you. Oh my gosh! You totally trust him. If you don't trust me, I'll send you some pictures. There you go. What's with these pictures? What's going on? One is us enjoying dinner together in our room last night. The other one is us relaxing in bed afterwards. Do you believe it now? Oh my God. It's definitely Ethan, isn't it? We have been dating for about 1.5 years. 1.5 years. That was right around the time his mother collapsed. He wants to be with me, so I think it's time for us to get married, So, will you divorce him? Divorce? Don't be ridiculous. I'm not just saying it to make you angry. I've been dating Ethan for 1.5 years. We love each other. He said he wants to be with me all the time. So, he was with you when he said he was working overtime or staying overnight at work? Yes, he was with me the whole time. I can't wait any longer. You're lying, right? I'm not lying. I have several pictures to prove it. How is that possible? What about his mother's feelings? Mother? What are you talking about? If you really want me to get a divorce, you'll have to be prepared for that too. Are you talking about alimony? That's okay. My dad is the president of a company. He'll pay you as much as you want. So please divorce Ethan, okay?
Layla, what the hell do you think you're doing? Why didn't you attend the funeral?
It's not like I didn't want to.
And you said something about divorce in front of many people? You bastard. Who would announce divorce during a funeral? How dare you embarrass me in front of my relatives and boss?
Why don't you ask yourself why this happened?
Huh?
Do you think I would ditch a funeral without a reason? It's you and that woman who are the bastards.
What?
The morning after you stayed overnight at the office to finish your work, I got a text from Grace.
Grace? How did you know that name?
We went to the same elementary school. Well, we weren't really friends, but she contacted me the other day.
Huh?
Maybe you didn't know anything about it, but she told me everything.
Everything?
Yes. You met her at a bar 1.5 years ago. You exchanged contact information, right?
Well, maybe.
After that, you two went out for drinks together and it became serious. Recently, you were talking about marrying her, right?
Well...
That's why she told me to divorce you as soon as possible.
Seriously?
Your mother passed away, but you were staying at a luxurious resort hotel with Grace, pretending you were working. You went on a trip to have an affair right after your mother passed away. Are you kidding me?
There's a reason for this.
What's the reason?
She was looking forward to it so much that I couldn't say no, so I had no choice but to go.
Even if she was really looking forward to it, you could have said no. Your own mother passed away. Don't you feel sorry for your mother?
I know, but...
That's beyond heartless. Do you think I could attend the funeral pretending nothing happened between you and Grace? I was afraid of what I might do, so I decided not to attend the funeral.
But then, you barged in before they carried out the coffin, and you threw the divorce papers in my face, didn't you? There were my relatives, my boss. You're the one who's heartless, no matter how you look at it. I won't forgive you for messing up my mother's funeral.
That may have been true for you and the company officials.
Huh?
But your father understands why I did that.
Huh? What do you mean?
Your father knew all about you and Grace. He recommended that we get a divorce. If we're getting a divorce, he thought it'd be better during the funeral so your mother could see it.
Are you out of your mind?
You're out of your mind. Your father told all the relatives in advance and they agreed.
What? You mean all the relatives knew about my affair?
Exactly. So everyone already knew about it.
How did that happen? Why did Dad agree to the divorce?
Didn't you tell Grace about your mother's funeral?
I didn't tell her anything. Why would I talk about that during a vacation to a resort?
According to Grace, she couldn't get in touch with me or you, so she went over to your parents' house early in the morning.
What? My parents' house?
Apparently. She showed up just as your father came back home. He saw Grace and knew something was going on.
What do you mean?
Your father seems to have a much better sense of noticing something than you do.
Huh?
It means he found out about your affair.
You're kidding, right?
Grace told him everything.
That's a lie. And what happened to Grace after that?
When your father gently urged her to go back to her parents' house, she took a cab and left. I wonder if she's explained the situation to her own parents by now.
Oh no.
So after your mother's funeral and all, I'll file a claim for alimony through my lawyer. Of course, I'll charge Grace too.
Hey, don't do that. You're going too far with this.
Are you kidding me? Which one of us has crossed the line? You've been cheating on your wife for 1.5 years, and now your own mother is gone, and you were going on a trip with Grace? I think your mother would be sorry to hear this, don't you think? Your father was very upset too, so you better prepare yourself. Bye then. Hi, Layla. I'm sorry, I know it's early in the morning. Will you reply? Yes. I don't think I have anything more to say to you. About the alimony. Oh, you can pay me as much as I want, right? As for the amount, I'm sure you'll be hearing from my lawyer soon. I'm sure he'll tell you how to pay me then. Well, if you'll excuse me. Wait a minute! I didn't know anything about his mother. I didn't know that she was sick, that she passed away, or about the funeral. But that's Ethan's fault, isn't it? The fact that he cheated on me in the first place is not a good thing either. I feel bad that I traveled while you were preparing for the funeral. I didn't know anything about it, so it's not my fault, right? So I think you should not charge me the alimony. Whether you knew about the funeral or not, it doesn't change the fact that you and Ethan were having an affair. So, of course, there will be alimony. I'll charge you a reasonable amount. Layla, you can reduce the alimony since we were friends back in elementary school, can't you? You can even drop the whole thing. I don't understand. I quit my job because I was planning to marry Ethan, and I've only been working part-time. I have almost no savings. There's no way I can pay alimony. Your father is the president of a company, so money is no problem. I thought he was going to pay me as much alimony as I want. That's... Let me guess. Your father didn't know you were having an affair, and that the wife was a friend from elementary school. I'm guessing that when your father found out the truth, he was so furious that he gave up on you? Layla, if you know that much, do something about it. I don't have the money to pay you alimony. Please? For old time's sake, help me out here. Huh? Don't be silly. You've been making fun of me since I was a kid. You even took my husband away from me. As for me, I'd even double your alimony. Layla, are you not going to forgive me? Of course not. If you think you can have everything your way, you're wrong. Don't ever contact me again. Oh no!
Layla, I'm sorry for everything. I don't know what to say to you.
Having you apologize now won't change anything. As your ex-wife, I tried my best to take care of your mother. There were times when I almost collapsed because I was so busy with work, housework, and taking care of her. But when I looked at your mother's face, I couldn't leave her alone.
I know.
And yet, you were having an affair with Grace without even visiting your mother, saying that you were too busy with work. I still cry when I think of your mother's lonely face when she can't see her son.
I feel bad for my mom too.
Your mother isn't coming back. Even if you apologize now, she can't hear you anymore. Why didn't you go see your mother while she was still alive? Your mother and father took very good care of me since I have no mother. I cannot forgive you for making your own parents feel sad.
Layla, don't say that. It was just one mistake.
There are mistakes that can be forgiven and mistakes that cannot be forgiven. For me, your mistake is not forgivable. A trip to a luxurious resort hotel right after your mother passed away? That's beyond insane. I will never forgive you.
Layla, I can't pay you alimony. Even my dad gave up on me.
Huh? There's no way I can accept such an excuse. Grace submitted plenty of evidence. If you don't pay the alimony, I'm going to take this to court, and that's totally fine by me.
Court? Don't say such terrible things. Please forgive me.
I told you, there's nothing to forgive. If you persist too much, I'll call the police.
What?
That too, with your father's approval.
Oh no. Is there anything I can do?
You don't have a choice, do you? You have to pay the alimony. That's the only way you'll be forgiven. If you don't have the money, work hard. That's what you're going to do from now on.
I'm asking you because I'm not sure if I can make that much money. Just a few days ago, we were a couple, remember? Please help me, Layla.
That's enough. Don't be a baby. I'm blocking you for good.
Layla, wait.
After that, through my lawyer, Ethan and Grace were charged alimony. Grace's parents, who are very decent, paid the full amount of the alimony on her behalf. They said they will make her work hard to repay the money from now on. They apologized again and again, saying their parenting was wrong. I was sorry for her parents, but it couldn't be helped. Meanwhile, rumors of our divorce had spread at his company through Ethan's boss, who attended the funeral, and he couldn't stand the cold stares from those around him. He had no choice but to quit the company. He had lost his income, therefore he rented an old wooden apartment with little money he had left. He is working part-time to pay off the alimony. He borrowed money from the bank to pay the alimony because his father did not lend him any. Interest is added, so it's not easy to make the payment, but he brought this to himself. I want him to repay the loan to the end. I have moved out of the house I was living. I used the alimony to buy a nice apartment. I still see Ethan's father regularly, who loves me as if I were his own daughter. I hope that I can have a good and long relationship with him on behalf of his son.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!